Hey guys, welcome back. I am coming on to do a process video for Crafty Maven Getaway, and I wanted to play with my January, February kit. It is a big old combo kit, you guys. So much mixed media goodness. I do have, look at, that's just the mixed media. I do have a complete unboxing on my channel, so you guys can get all of the deets, don't worry. So let's see what I am thinking. I don't know what I'm thinking yet. I just know I want to use these irresistibles. Are they called irresistibles? I also want to use this. Hold on. I have this and these that I'm looking at first. So these are from Vicky Boot, and it reads a happy moment. So in theory, I'm going to use them and figure out how to use them. We'll do it together. It's okay. And then we are going to, I'm looking on this giant cheat sheet I have, which is exquisite. Yeah, they're irresistible chipboard. So this reads happy moment. I'd also like to bring in these. These are from Rosie's. These were like, in the store. They weren't part of my kit. To do ice races, if I can. To tell like happy moment ice races. So kind of a big title. Now this paper is so cool. This was in the kit. And there are these embossed snowflakes on the top. And I love them. So I'm wondering if I can get like a little bit of an ink smear on them and brighten up the pink on that. I think that would be fun. So, oh, and here's my daughter at an ice race with her pal. And they sent me a selfie. And the ice races are, people literally have these big jacked up trucks and everything. And they're racing on frozen water. Terrifying. Anyway, so that's a photo. I'm going to put the photo aside so that I don't, mess it up terribly. I just have a nice sturdy piece of white cardstock here. But let's see. Let's do a tiny second of play. I have a mat here that I need to clean from my last, I have two options. From my last process video I did. Is there any pink on this? A little bit, but we will digress. So look at guys, there are little snowflakes on here, and I'm wondering if I lightly go over them, if it's gonna pick it up. Now this pink is really faint, but I wanted to start with a lighter color before I went into a darker color. It would also be cute if I did it in the light blue, and I didn't even think of that, but that's okay. Okay, that one might be too light, the pink on the pink. Let's go hot pink, a little bit more, and see if I can make them come forward a little bit with this. This is all just me experimenting. Ooh, a little bit. They don't have to be a lot. I just want them to pop out a little bit more. I'm gonna hold it up to you guys in just a second. Okay, so it is working. I love just trying the things and seeing how it goes. And since it's being all embossed like, it's popping. Don't even know where I'm using this paper. I just like it. I could even just fussy cut out the snowflakes. Who knows? But I did want to use it like right quick. Okay. So that's cute. A little bit of a brighter something going on. Not like super bold, but something. And anytime I can use my new goodies, I love it. Okay, so in that same thought, what if we grabbed our two blue colors? I'm gonna let that dry for a second. Or should I keep going with the pink? I don't know. You know what? Maybe I'll keep going with the pink. I don't know. I'm gonna keep going with the pink. Okay, let me go in with a brighter, what do I do? Okay, let me wipe off some of the brighter. I'm gonna go in with this really light pink first and just see what we get. Yeah, it's subtle. I don't mind it, but it is a lot more subtle. And while I can see it really, really well in real life, I don't know if it's gonna show up great for you guys on camera. So we will add a little deeper pink in a second, but I rather always start out lighter and build from there. And I'm sure that I could go in with something like liquid and it would go quicker. But like I said, I love using my goodies and seeing what I can do with them. And this is gonna dry really quickly because the sun just came out. So I wanna go outside and play in my flower beds in a minute too. Okay, that is cute. These are cool. Okay, I have that. Now I'm gonna go in with my more pigmenty kind of color and just give it a little oomph. Just a little oomph. Okay, okay. Doesn't that look cute together? Oh, that pink. Which means I'm definitely going to pop out some other colors. You know what I should do? Ooh, there is a purple heart on my daughter's photo. What if I see if this can go a little purpley from bringing in the blue? Let's see what happens with that action. We get a little blue blender. Oh, my Lanta, this could be great or awful. Oh, it's like, that's cute. Okay. Cute, cute, okay. Has that like icy goodness. Okay, that was a fun little idea. So we have those. I'm gonna put them aside. I don't know if they need drying time or not. We're just gonna let them have their drying moment. All right, we have that. I have my zhuzhed up piece here. You know, I don't know if I'm going to, I guess I'll use this whole piece now because I thought I'd grab my blender and just kind of ink it in because I have some on here, so why not? Kind of doing a little bit of a snowy goodness kind of vibe, but I can add all of the things. Okay, I have that. Now, what do we want to do here? I've got a big old blank canvas, right? I have this, my photo. I have happy moment. I want to do ice races with these. Like, if I can't just do it with a blue, we will see. Then I will do like blue and green, blue and pink, who knows? But we're gonna get into that. I do wanna see what I can do with these too. So this is Simple Stories stuff. Oh, I can make a shaker. Let's make shakers, guys. I think I have 2 frames. Okay, talk about doing a little technique-a-roo. Oh. So this is a frame I have, but I don't want to bring in that orangey color. So nope, I'm going to bring in things that are in the colors that are working for me right now. Love this bit of black. Don't know if I'm using it. I'm just grabbing, oh no, something fell. I'm just grabbing the things right now that I am vibing. Okay, so that's not really going to go with my title too well. What's this? Little moments. So I already have happy moments. Now that's cute, like the cute big hearts. And I think that's good for now. Okay, so I have all of these pieces. I have my inspiration. Now, we do have yum sauce. Really gorgeous papers also that came with the kit. So we have this one with a snowflake, and that's what kicked me even printing the photo off. So let's see what else I have in my stasharoo. I've got this like gorgeous mauve vellum, which is bee's knees. I do have some of this green. I'm gonna save that pink. You know what? I have heart, so let's grab this doily. So they're just so cute. If I had that with that, you guys, that's just cute. And that bluey bit, you guys look at me from my art day. The bluey bit's totally picking that up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hurry up and attach that down before my brain goes elsewhere. Okay, so we want this here-ish, right? Sure, that's what we want. And then we want this here-ish. Love. Okay, so I have that whole cluster. That whole cluster is happy. It's arguing a little bit with the embossed business. So I'm going to give it a little liquid adhesive and tell it to behave. Thank you. All right, so I like that. I do know I have my big title. Now, I have used some of this gorgeous mauve-y vellum, but since I do love it, we are going to use it again. It's so pretty. So pretty, pretty. So it's pink, pink, pink. I know, it's okay. It's gonna be cute. And I have Happy Moment, which is cute, okay. We do have these extra little bits. So we're bringing in that cool green color, right? And always gotta bend that little guy up. We have Hello. Let's bring in this nice little pop of black over here. I'm here for that. I'm not going to bring this in right now because I have such a bright white vibe, and that's reading slightly vanilla. I don't mind a little bit. See how this has a little bit of that vanilla vibe, but not so much that that's all that you see. So I think that's super cute. We did talk about a shaker, so I'm going to make that for right here. Let's grab a tiny bit of this yellow. No, Dream doesn't make sense for what we're doing here. We have a tiny bit of that green up there with a hello tag, another heart, which I do like. And we're gonna have this little guy. I don't even know where he's going. I just love him. I have to make a shaker. So what do I have for shaker shakes? So this is a little bit more spring-y, but I do have purple hearts. I will see if I can make it work. And so shakers, guys. Is this a Technique It video? I don't know, maybe. Let me show you what I'm thinking. And I should probably do some kind of mixed media in the background. First of all, do you guys see these little hearts? And we've got the purple heart there. So hello, cuteness. So we've got all of these gorgeous bits. I think that's gonna add some fun life to this. Okay. So what I'm gonna do for my shaker is do a 20-second video on how to make a shaker. I'm gonna put it on top of this because my background is filthy. So what we need to do is get some adhesive on the paper part of the frame, right? Should I come in a little bit? Okay, just a little adhesive. It's not even that big of a deal. Any kind of like packaging, any kind of, I'm looking at all my packaging right now. So let's see, I've got some packaging from a stencil. And all I'm going to do, the front part of it is just totally clear. I'm just going to go ahead and stick it down and just make sure that it covers the entire window. And then we can give it a trim, a trimmeroo, while trying not to cut the frame. Put that away for the next project. And then I've got overlap here. I could have been tidier with that, but here we are. Okay, now what we have, I actually have a double layer here, so I'm gonna go ahead and stick it down. So now what we need to do is make a well. And the well is gonna go all the way around this frame. Hold on. It's arguing because I have glue on it. And I have to stick this down and this down because I did a double layer. Try not to do a double layer. Don't be me. So when we're creating our well, what we want to do is, first of all, we want to find more adhesive. You want to make sure to go ahead around your entire opening, right? And not leave any gaps. If you leave gaps, your sequins will want to escape. They're like little escape artists. And they don't get to escape today, not on your watch. Okay, we go like that. And then we come down. Do a little trimmeroo at the very end. And we have got a nice little well. Look at that. See, can't see it from that side. It's magical. Now, I'm going to take my sequin mix, but not my cute little felt hearts because I love them so much. I want to use them separately. I know, like it really matters, but I love them. I super love them. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put some of these goodies in here. Now, these little dimensional flowers can be boogers sometimes and not want to cooperate in the shaker. So I'm going to take a few of them out and I can sprinkle them around my page. They're one of my favorite sequin kind of embellishments to use as like little dimensional goodies. Okay, so we've got that. We've got our goodies in the well. I'm going to make sure that the paper is off from my adhesive. And then, come on, baby. Then grab a little scrap of paper. I like to use white, you do you. And go ahead and put that right on top of your exposed adhesive. Give it a little bit of a burnish with your hands. Boop, 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 boop. And then, oops, an escape artist. You guys see the little yellow sequin escaping? There we go. And then just give your white paper a trim and you will have the cutest little shaker in town. Ta-da, done. Cute little shaky shake. Okay, so that was a fun little tutorial. I haven't done a shaker tutorial in a minute, so people will ask at times. I'm like, okay, no big deal. So we're gonna have this cute little fella coming out right here. Stop it, that is cute. Now, the question I have for me, and I know I have a glare right there, I'm sorry. The question I have for me is what kind of mixed media I want to do. So my last layout had lots of the inking vibe and I was here for it. I really liked it. So far we did inking on these pieces. We created this. I didn't use any of my handmade papers yet. I made a bunch of handmade paper with, ooh, that is a cool handmade paper for this. So I just made this using my paintbrush and a piece of cheap white paper and this tuxedo black Memento Luxe. It's like a re-inker. And I just created a fun little background piece. So we have a sharp edge this way. So what if I created a like lumpity bumpity edge coming this way? We'll put it under the whole thing and that might make me very happy. So let's go ahead and do that. Let me take all of these gorgeous layers off. I want to get my vellum tacked down. And if I had my favorite T-square ruler, that would help. Okay. And yes, I have a favorite. We are playing favorites. Now you can see the adhesive right here. Do you see the ink from me making my paper? You can see the adhesive, but I'm going to cover a bunch of it, so it's okay. I have to sneeze. Excuse. Okay. So I didn't even know I was going to use this, but that's really going to do a lot of our like mixed media ta-da. So that's cool. And give us like a nice black grounding kind of vibe. I did have a little bit of pink on my paintbrush from these. These are so cool. This handmade paper die that we got. And I liked it because it brought pink and black together. I thought that was super cute. Okay, let me get just a little bit more adhesive down. It doesn't have to be splattered right to my background, but just like a little approximation, like it's trying to cooperate. Okay. Now, we know we have this whole cluster that we put together. Now it's really showing against the black, and I am a happy camper. So before, oh no, I hate when I do that. Okay. Yeah, I think that's good. I was deciding if I wanted to pop it up, but I'm pretty happy with it. And I have to remember that I have to get this large title here on the bottom. So let's go up a bit. We go like this. We give it a little slapperoo. And now we can just start the tuck. See that how that nice bright white is making all the rest of it shine? I love that. I love when it starts coming together. So I'm gonna have, I guess the two pieces on the wonk, that would be fine because my photo is super, super upright. Upright? I don't know. My photo is in line. So we've got kind of like this slight offset. Happy moment. Happy moment. How am I going to get ice races on here? I don't know. It might not get on here because it's really big. Oh, I liked this hello piece because I wanted, you guys, stop this. Because I really wanted to get this seafoam color in. Hello. Oh, you know what I want to do? I need extra dimensions. So I want to pop this up just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit's enough. Oh, I know where I want that, but we're going to have a little bit of an issue arguing with these pieces. I want this to be pretty even Steven. Not sure why. Okay, we have that. We are layering again. Layering is our prompt this month, and I think we are achieving it. So, how about, oh, we can bring this in. We have a big heart there. We have a heart here. Cute. Definitely want to bring in more of our sequins too, guys. So we have that. I love that. I think this is super fun. Okay. Now, I need to do the thinking. Where are these pieces? So let me see. If I snuggle them in, can I get it here? Let me try that. I want to get some of my sequins kind of sprinkled all around, and I'll meet you right back here. Okay, so I popped on a bunch of my sequins, really like that, and then I grabbed these brads that came in our kit. That little bit of gold with this gold is perfect. Just a little bit of shine. So my mixed media on this one, you guys, for the most part, is the paper I made. It's so funny how sometimes, like my last layout, I used so much, and this one is calmed down a little bit. Now, I do have this paper that came in the kit. Use some ink there. I have some ink on this piece. But otherwise, it's pretty darn controlled. What I think I'm going to do next, ooh, I want to try it with this. Okay, because I love this color. This is shimmer powder from Nuvo, and it is stunning. Let me get a little splash of water. What I want to do is add some splatters because I happen to love some good splatty bits. Now, I haven't done splatters with shimmer powder yet. Oops, that was a lot. Oops. So let's go in here and see how it's gonna treat us. Now the oh wow, I have way too much. I have so much. Oh gosh. Shimmer powder like breaks apart. I don't know if I'm gonna say it right, but it gives different colors. Like it can break when you're using it. You'll have some that are blue, some that are green. So it's really interesting and you're not quite sure what you're gonna get. So that's why I was like, all right, let's go in and see how it dries because I don't know. And I'm always so curious to see what the vibe's gonna be. Now, if I end up finding like, oh gosh, it's so dark green, I'll come in with some good white splatters and I can use that with our white paste that we have to give it like a little brightness where there's darkness. We like to have a little bit of contrast. So let's go over here. I'm just trying to protect my, you guys, I have so much left over. I'm gonna have to do something with that. I like to protect my photo a little bit. I mean, if a little gets on it, it's fine. I just don't want it on their faces. Now let's go ahead and get a little bit on our title because the title is almost too clean for me, which sounds funny. Okay, it's already starting to dry and it's mellowing back and it's gorgeous. I'm gonna move that away so I don't get it on anything, but I think I'm gonna make a little bit of paper. Ooh, I wonder, you know what? Let's try this real quick. I doubt it's going to sink into this, but I am willing to try. So this is this glassine bag that came with our kit. And anytime I make mixed media, I try to use the leftovers because, you know, I try to use the leftover mixed media because when you come back to do a project, for some reason, you're like, oh, that looks kind of cool, or I can punch something out of it or something like that. I'm gonna leave brush strokes in and I'm gonna leave the top of it clean. But guys, that's kind of cool. I'll use that next time as a paper. Okay, now let's go ahead. I wanna get a tiny smidgeroo, that's a technical term, of this stellar paste. This stuff is gorgeous. You guys, I am on my third project with these products. I've done I need a yibbit. I have done an art journal spread, and this is my second layout. And I've barely touched the mixed media goodies. Like, they go so far. So far. Okay, just making some white splatters. And the cool thing with the stellar paste is that it dries with a shine. So you get like this extra cool vibe with it. So I'm gonna go anywhere I just had the green ones, I'm gonna put it with it because I guess these could be our snowflakes. They were out there in the snow and ice doing the most. Yuck. Not for me, but you do you, boo, you know? Let's go ahead and shimmy that over just a little bit to make sure that we get lots of it over here. I do love me a splatty bit. I do. You guys know. If you've watched my channel, you guys know I can get my splatty on. Okay. And then right down here. And y'all, this is going to be just about finishing this up. I'm going to try to get a little bit bigger of a splatter. There we go. We've got little ones and now we've got some big ones, and it keeps it interesting. Okay. And I will show you my finished layout in just a moment. So here we go, guys. We have got this fun layout. All started with this paper that you can't even see the snowflakes, which is hilarious. Made a nice little shaker for a technique, tried out these little irresistibles, liked that I pulled in some of that bluey purple vibe. I think that was perfect. And I do really like my black pattern paper in the background. I think that it adds that depth and brings in the clothing that my daughter is wearing. perfectly fine. But that's what I have for you guys today, and I will see you guys ever so soon with another video. Bye for now, friends.